I've driven Volvo's I-Shift dual clutch before, on its demonstrator, and was impressed with its quick and effortless shifting, and the feeling of continuous power as you pull uphill loaded. Now it's time to experience it in real-life working environment. McFall's Fuel's logistics manager, Scott Jeans, offers us the option of a range of runs with its newest Volvo FM540. And the one from its Mount Maunganui base to Gisborne ticks all the boxes for a great test route for the dual clutch technology. The FM truck and trailer unit will be loaded to 50 tonnes, and there'll be plenty of gear shifts through the long winding Waiweka Gorge, then a good hard pull up over Trafford's Hill. I jump in at a Potiki to take over from the much experienced Nigel Hickey, finding it an easy climb into the cab, which is much lower than the FH. It has just two very generous steps and great grab handles both sides. Once inside, it's the usual Volvo layout, which is very familiar and is easy to get comfortable with, and the usual array of controls on the steering wheel for phone, cruise and audio controls, etc. All other major controls are mounted on the steering column stalks. Indicators on the left, engine brake on the upper right hand stalk and wipers on the lower right. The controls for traction, the aircon, phone and the main digital screen are in the middle dash area. I immediately feel very comfortable thanks to the very good ergonomically designed air suspension seat with excellent seat and steering wheel adjustment and plenty of leg room. Out front is great unobscured vision and very generous mirrors with the usual upper large main mirror and lower convex mirror. There's good space between the pillars and the mirrors to look through, although Nigel does feel there's a bit of a blind spot around the driver's side mirror at intersections. Once into the gorge, the gearbox really shows its capabilities, with quick, almost unnoticeable shifts as we slow and accelerate through the corners. The combination of the I-Shift dual clutch and the VEB Plus retarder make this run a neat dream. It's easy to forget you're at 50 tonne all up, as there's no noticeable effort in the slowing down for the tighter corners and roadworks, and then quickly picking up speed again out of them. You certainly notice the smooth gear shifting. Despite the many corners and frequent roadwork site, the road is excellent, right up there with the best of them. There's no bumping and jarring from the road surface felt in the cab, and no roll through the many corners. It's a very comfortable ride. Steering is excellent. It's easy to keep the truck on track through the narrow, demanding road, and the trailer follows nicely, keeping everything on the right side of the centre line. The truck is pretty much the full Volvo safety package, including collision warning with emergency braking, adaptive cruise, lane change support and lane departure warning. But we don't get to experience much of it except for the lane departure system giving an audible warning when you get too close to the side or centre marks, which happens from time to time on this road. Noise levels in the cab are very low, making it easy to talk. And to say this is an easy drive is an understatement. I remember driving my R model Mac through here many years ago, and it was a mission with constant gear shifts and getting bounced around in the cab. How things have changed. You even get time to take in some of the magnificent scenery. Now as we start up Trafford's Hill, it's time for the I-Shift dual clutch to really get into its work. We're in power mode and in automatic, and that sees the I-Shift downshifting at around 1300 revs per minute and changing up at 1800. It steadily drops down to 5th gear in places, but makes it back up to 6th for most of the climb. On a couple of occasions, the I-Shift tries to shift from 6th to 7th and has to drop back to 5th, then up to 6th again. Given that this is a 12-speed box, the shift to 7th is a range change, and that accounts for the slightly slower shift, which works against it holding that gear. In fact, it's the one shift that doesn't use the dual clutch usual pre-selection for the next gear. Notwithstanding this, our run to the top is easy, and it's just a matter of steering the truck through the corners and letting the gears do their thing. Even pulling hard up Traffords, the engine noise is hardly noticeable with the windows up. Once we crest the summit, I select 6th gear and set the VEB Plus on stage 3 for the descent, which is not long but is reasonably steep. We come down well under control with no need for the service brakes, and often nudge the retarder back at this stage. The I-Shift dual clutch certainly raises the bar with AMT gear shifting, and the more continuous power when shifting is certainly noticeable, particularly on the hills where you get a very smooth shift without the usual lag between disengaging one gear and engaging the next. It helps to make the job of hauling petrol and diesel in the McFall's Fuel FM safer, easier and more driver friendly, with far less distractions.